everybody. Every now and then I play a special chord. Sometimes people ask, well, what was that? Can you do something especially on that? Today's the day. It's a so-called altered chord. It's so rich in sound that you have to play only very little in the right hand. It sounds smashing. And because it sounds even nicer than my voice, we go right into it. So what is this? And this is one of the most magical chords that often you guys ask, what is that? And can we do that a little bit more? And we're going to do that today. The magic lies in this one. Before that, I will quickly explain, when we have just a regular blues, the C7, let's say, and we play the dominant, which is the G7, it's the 5, we have this regular G7 chord. Now, if we have a minor one, a minor tonic, if this blues is a minor, then we have this option to do a little bit about the dominant. We can play the dominant in different ways if we have a minor one. And the so-called altered chord is one of those options. It's a beautiful dominant 7th chord of the minor tonic. In this case, we are dealing with the E minor blues. This is our tonic. So the dominant 7 would be the B7 altered if we play it in this fashion. Now let me explain you what altered means in this context. You might know the word alternative. That means something to like a different thing to the, let's say, normal thing. What is usually taken. In this case, we have the alternatives. We play alternatives to the regular 5, which is what's it called? It's not the pure. It's the, I don't know. It's whatever. It's the 5, and we play the alternative, the sharp 5, first alternative, and in this case we are playing the alternative. We have two alternatives. We could play the diminished 5. Or we could play it the augmented 5. That, of course, augmenting something means a little bit higher, diminishing goes a little bit lower. So our alternative is the augmented alternative. In this case, we play the augmented 5, also called, in music slang, the sharp 5. Now there is another chord, another interval that is augmented. We have the regular 9 of the B7 would be C sharp, which you can play in here. This would be the regular, a little bit jazzy, or let's say the B7 with the regular 9, the major 9, that is. And now we already alternated this one, augmented this one, and we augment this one. And with these two augmentations, it's called the altered chord, or you also sometimes hear the augmented chord or the augmented scale, which is different subject matter. We just deal with the blues scale over the augmented dominant 7th chord that resolves to E minor. And you can do a lot of beautiful stuff. And the great thing is, because this chord is also already so rich, you only have to play very little, and it sounds like a, I don't know, like a pink Bentley. So, of course, now you have to do that, and you practice that first. You play the root. You can play it also, if you're a bloody beginner, you just play the root of the B7 here, and then you play this chord. So you must do both in the left hand, that we have the right hand to do some crazy stuff here, okay? If you're a little bit advanced, you take the more bassy note here. And then the beauty is we have all the time in the world for this one. No beat is rushing us, and it sounds great if you just stretch it like a German chewing gum, like boom, the E and the G, and then you look for it, and then you play E minor. E minor 7. It's the 1. So we go just 5-1-5-1. That's lovely. So learn this, that you find this. It's actually quite nice in the fingers. You don't have to overdo. You're like, oh no, it's rocket science. Christian, how can you do it? No, 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 no. Stay relaxed, find the notes, and hit it. Okay? Now, and then E and this. What we do in the right hand is we just play a little bit of the drone lick. You know, the drone lick is we have the E minor blues scale, the first 5 notes of the E minor blues scale. This would be the 6th note. And our drone lick is we play the upper note, the E, and let's go with the rest with our 3 fingers here. We just play those little few notes of the E minor blues scale. And you know, for the start, we don't even do that. We just play 2 of those notes together with the E. Can you do that? If you can do that, you get gigs now. I promise you. Just sit down on any piano and you play this one. Boom, chord. And then you just finish off with this 5 here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just take your time. You can go outside in between and come back and then play this one. And then you play. You can go outside again and then play this one. And just kidding, it's German humor. It's hard to digest. And then you finish it together on the E. Ooh. No beat. You want me to tell you how many times? No, come on. This is now your little part, your little improvised part. You decide how many times. 5, 7, 11, 7, 11 times. It's a tiny bit of improvisation. You make your decision. You can play it like this if you like. And then we finish off with the 5. Now, isn't that easy or is that easy? Okay? Now, let's stretch just a little bit. We play this again, any number of times. Finish with the 5, and let's finish the tension that is in this. Just go back the chord notes of E minor back to E. Home button. Okay? Then. Ooh. You can play that also together now. Come on. That sounds nice. You play like, and then we have one upbeat, and then. Okay. Now it's time to light a candle or light some incense or whatever drugs you take, and then inhale this beautiful atmosphere this creates, while we want to walk on with what we can play, other stuff we can play. For example, even the real simple bread and butter blues scale sounds great over this rich little progression. What? Da 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 Now listen to this. We can exploit the fact that there's so little to do in the left hand that we can practice some tremoloing. Listen to this. What was that? First of all, it's not any tremolo. A tremolo, I'm emphasizing the sharp 9. The most important tension note in this whole business. It's different than I would play like this. It's also great. But here, Can you see? Can you see? Yeah. Can you hear how wonderful it sounds? And of course, this wants to go here. And do you realize that I play this with some sharpness? Emotion is called the emotion, okay? Not like okay, so again, you just hit this together, you trill, this is no problem. In some way, you can, some of you might sound like, but you get it together in some way. Stay on the surface a little bit, don't put too much force, pretend you have, you're missing your bottle and then your hand starts to shake. It's nothing more than this one. It's not counted, it's just twice. Just play twice. Or you can play fourth notes. Yeah. You will get in trouble a little bit with your shaky here, but not too much. Because you can drag it a little bit. And tension resolves. Whoa. That's too hard, I know, but if you want, we can resolve the tension even more with our little roll. It's really nice in the hands, this E minor blues scale here. It's almost like following your fingers, the anatomy of your fingers. Now we play a bit more of scale. It all sounds beautiful. We are in the E minor blues scale. Did you realize? Here, it's the 4 of we in the E minor blues scale. It's the 4, the chord. It's very nice to start things on the 4 of the blues scale. Yeah, it's often underrated. It's being bullied, it's being shunned, but it's beautiful. So, where were we, Christian? Stop talking bullshit. Yeah, okay. And then we just go the blues scale down and dun 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 dun. Nice, huh? You know that from somewhere? Somewhere over the rainbow, meaning just 3 minutes ago? We are combining now. And then okay. And play a little blues scale. And you open the door. And there it is. Play a little bit more for you, that you have a bit more input. Where was I? Christian, you're lost. Get a tutorial. You can also slide the E, by the way. Okay. Slide the E, go to the... Hey. Come on. Here. Down slide, it's a bit harder. And then if you're tired of this, you just put a little bit of whatever, A7, why not the subdominant? Give it a chance. And E. This crap, Christian, it's too muddy. Don't do that. Don't tell anybody I play that. Or it's too much. And then you can repeat that with the same thing you played in the right hand. And then you're back on the business like here. Scale. In the right hand. So I hope you like this great sound of the altered chord. I give you homework. I should give you more often homework. You know now the structure of these especially dominant 7th chords. Build the same structure that we built on B on G7 to get to your favorite key C, but then it would be C minor. So learn to transfer the structure of a chord onto another root. Go from B7 to G7 and do the same thing. You know the structure is 3, sharp 5, 7, sharp 9. Do it! Do it! At any rate, if you like this lesson, leave me a thumbs up. It would be great. Take care. All the best from Berlin. Bye-bye.